Hey everyone, and welcome to a deep dive. Today we're doing something super cool. We're going to take a deep dive into the year of the wood snake.
Ooh, exciting.
Right. Forget those typical, horoscopes. We're going way beyond that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really captivating mix of like Chinese astrology, philosophy, and even some practical tips you can actually use.
I love that. It's less about fortune telling and more about like understanding the energy of the year.
Right, exactly. So our main guide for this deep dive is an article from Spiritan.hu, which is a Hungarian spiritual website.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The article is called The Year of the Wood Snake is the Year of Renewal Advice, Tips, and Spiritual Practices for 2025.
Nice.
And right off the bat, it highlights, what makes this wood snake year stand out. It's a pretty special combo in the 12-year Chinese zodiac cycle.
Yeah, the wood snake year combines those inherent qualities of the snake with the unique influence of that wood element, and it creates a dynamic that's both potent and transformative.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So we know the snake is often associated with like wisdom, mystery, strategic intelligence. It's almost like a chess master.
Yeah.
Always thinking several moves ahead.
Right, like a grandmaster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then we add that wood element.
Right.
Think of a tree, deeply rooted, strong,
Yeah.
yet flexible enough to bend in the wind
Yeah.
without breaking.
Yes. That's the kind of energy that we're working with here.
So instead of like these massive sudden shifts,
Yeah.
this is a year where like slow and steady progress is key.
Exactly. It's thoughtful transformation.
Thoughtful transformation. I love that.
The article even suggests that this energy will kind of ripple out globally and impact everything from how we approach sustainability and innovation to how like existing systems might be restructured.
Whoa.
Yeah. We might see a shift toward longer term thinking and a greater emphasis on like the need for adaptable solutions.
Wow, that's huge.
It is big picture stuff.
So how does this translate to our individual lives? Like, should we be bracing for some sort of upheaval?
No, not necessarily upheaval,
Nah.
but it is a great time to reflect on which areas of your life could benefit from some restructuring. This could be your career, your relationships, even your own belief systems. It's a year to tap into that wood energy and become more flexible, more adaptable to change.
Okay.
Just like that tree bending in the wind.
So it's not about fearing change, but more about like understanding how to work with it.
Yes, exactly.
That's a really interesting perspective.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious about how the snake itself is viewed in different cultures.
Oh, yeah.
Because, it has that connotation of being kind of scary and maybe even evil in some traditions. But
Sure.
the article actually dives into some really fascinating examples. So in Chinese culture, the snake is really deeply connected to like wisdom and intuition, embodying this Taoist concept of Wu Wei,
Okay.
which essentially means effortless action.
Okay, yeah.
So it's about aligning yourself with that natural flow of life rather than forcing things to happen.
I love that.
I'm picturing like a snake moving smooth, so graceful. It's almost like it expends no effort at all.
Totally. And then you have the Hindu tradition where the snake is associated with Kundalini energy, which is like this powerful force that lies dormant within us, like a coiled serpent waiting to be awakened.
Wow. Okay.
And awakening this energy is believed to lead to really profound spiritual transformation.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got ancient wisdom, effortless action, this incredible coiled serpent force.
Right.
What about like Western cultures?
Yeah, so Western esoteric traditions often use the snake as a symbol of the Ouroboros. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Which is a serpent that's biting its own tail.
Oh.
And it represents eternity, cyclical processes, and this continuous cycle of like death and rebirth.
The Ouroboros. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've definitely seen that symbol before.
Mhm.
It's so captivating. It embodies that sense of endless renewal.
Yeah, and it reinforces that the snake in this context is really like a powerful symbol of transformation, shedding old skins, embracing a fresh start.
It seems like we're building a pretty compelling picture of what this wood snake year is all about. It's about tuning into your inner wisdom, letting go of what's no longer serving you,
Yes.
and then embracing change with that flexible, graceful energy we talked about earlier.
Exactly. And remember, this is the wood snake we're talking about.
Yes.
So that growth and flexibility are really key themes here. And the article goes even deeper into the meaning of that wood element in Chinese metaphysics.
Okay.
It's not just about trees, it encompasses vitality, resilience, that ability to adapt and bend without breaking. It's about finding that sweet spot between strength and flexibility.
So that begs the question, where in our lives do we need to be more like the wood element? Are we being too rigid?
That's a great question.
Too unyielding?
Yeah.
In certain areas, That's something for everyone to think about, right?
Absolutely. It's an invitation to look inward and identify those areas where you might be holding yourself back by resisting change.
Okay.
It's about embracing fluidity and adaptation.
This is already giving me so much to reflect on. I love how the article connects these ancient concepts to our modern lives. It mentions something about the wood element being linked to the liver in traditional Chinese medicine.
Yes. It's a fascinating connection. In traditional Chinese medicine, the liver is responsible for that smooth flow of qi, which is vital energy,
Oh, okay.
throughout the body. And it also plays a role in regulating emotions.
So if our wood energy is out of whack, could that throw off both our physical and emotional well-being?
Exactly. It highlights just how interconnected our physical, emotional, and spiritual selves truly are.
This is so cool. I'm starting to see how everything ties together.
Yeah.
So we've covered the symbolism of the snake,
Yeah.
the potent influence of the wood element, and how this energy might be playing out on a global scale. But let's get practical. How will this wood snake energy affect our everyday lives, especially when it comes to our careers and finances?
Sure. The article really emphasizes that this isn't the year for get-rich-quick schemes or impulsive decisions. Instead, it encourages strategic thinking and laying the groundwork for long-term success.
So maybe hold off on those lottery tickets this year.
Probably a good idea.
But it sounds like it's a fantastic time to invest in your skills and knowledge. Maybe take that professional development course you've been considering.
Exactly. This year is about honing your craft, cultivating expertise, making those strategic moves that will benefit you in the long run. It's like planting seeds that will blossom into mighty trees in the years to come.
I love that analogy. It's about playing the long game.
Yeah.
So for our listener, the question becomes, what are the skills that you can hone? What investments in your future align with this long-term vision?
Those are great questions to ask yourself.
And speaking of aligning with the year's energy,
Yes.
the article also delves into how the wood snake's influence might uniquely impact each animal sign in the Chinese zodiac.
It explores how this energy might play out differently based on your sign.
So are some signs considered lucky this year, while others are facing an uphill battle? Fill us in.
Well, it's not so much about lucky or unlucky. It's more about understanding how the wood snake's energy interacts with the inherent qualities of each sign.
Okay.
Some signs will find their strengths amplified, while others might need to work a little harder to navigate certain challenges.
Got it.
It's all about understanding the nuances.
So it's about understanding how each sign can kind of make the most of this year's energy.
Exactly. For instance, the article mentions that the rat, known for its intelligence and resourcefulness, is really well aligned with the wood snake's energy. It suggests that rats are positioned for great success this year, particularly if they focus on long-term planning and strategic collaborations.
Cool. So this could be like a banner year for rat entrepreneurs or anyone in leadership positions.
Indeed. On the other hand, the article suggests that the horse, known for its impulsiveness and desire for freedom, might experience some friction with the wood snake's emphasis on patience and strategic restraint.
Oh, interesting. So this might not be the year for horses to make impulsive career moves or risky financial investments.
Yeah, that's a good takeaway.
Yep.
But even for signs that might face certain headwinds, it's not about doom and gloom. It's about recognizing potential challenges and adapting to work with the year's energy.
Okay.
It's about understanding the overall energy and kind of adjusting your approach accordingly.
That's a really empowering perspective.
Yeah.
It's not about being at the mercy of fate, but rather about learning to navigate the cosmic weather, so to speak.
Exactly.
And speaking of adapting and adjusting, the article offers some really practical advice on spiritual practices that can help us align with the wood snake's energy and harness its transformative potential.
I love this part.
Me too. What kind of practices are we talking about?
Well, the article recommends starting with breathing exercises to cultivate inner peace and stillness.
That makes a lot of sense. It echoes the snake's slow, deliberate movements.
Exactly. These exercises can really calm the mind and help you tap into that deep well of inner wisdom.
Okay.
The article also suggests visualizations, specifically visualizing a vibrant emerald green snake.
Oh, wow. I can already sense how powerful that image would be.
It is. It's a potent visualization. It can activate your third eye chakra and enhance your intuition.
Okay.
The article also highlights the importance of grounding practices, particularly those that connect you with the wood element in nature.
So things like taking walks in the woods, planting a garden, even just hugging a tree.
Absolutely. All of those things. These activities can help you ground your energy, connect with the earth, and draw upon that wood energy of growth and vitality.
I love how these practices are both like practical and symbolic. It's about syncing up with the energy of the year on multiple levels.
Yeah,
It's like speaking the universe's language through these actions.
that's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
The article also mentions using crystals to amplify and harmonize these energies.
Oh, crystals.
Yeah, stones like amethyst green, calcite serpentine, and lapis lazuli are all said to resonate with the wood snake's energy.
Crystals are always fascinating. Even if you're not fully convinced of their power, there's something undeniably captivating about them.
It's like they hold this unique energy that can influence our own.
For sure. And beyond spiritual practices, the article offers some insightful feng shui tips.
Oh, I love feng shui.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like intentionally designing your space to attract positive energy.
Exactly.
Tell me more.
Okay, well, the article really emphasizes the importance of incorporating wood elements into your home.
Okay.
Think wooden furniture, plants, bamboo, anything that brings in that natural grounding energy.
So basically, I should transform my apartment into a Zen forest retreat.
You don't have to go that far, but even small changes can make a difference.
Okay.
The article also recommends balancing the wood element with water features.
Okay.
Fountains or aquariums are great options. It's about tempering the snake's hidden fire energy, which can sometimes manifest as like restlessness or impatience.
So it's about creating that harmony between the expansive upward energy of wood and the calming flowing energy of water.
Exactly.
It's like establishing a little ecosystem in your home.
It is. And for an added layer of wisdom and protection, the article suggests placing snake symbols or dragon-headed turtles in your home strategically.
Okay. Those are some powerful symbols.
Yeah.
I could see how they would infuse your space with a sense of mystique.
Absolutely. And remember, even small feng shui adjustments can shift the energy in your living space and create a more harmonious and supportive environment.
Okay, we've covered spiritual practices and feng shui. What other practical advice does the article offer for aligning with the wood snake's energy?
Well, believe it or not, the article even delves into the realm of fashion.
Oh.
And how your clothing choices can reflect and enhance the year's energy.
Now that's fun. I love the idea of dressing for the zodiac. What are some of the suggestions?
Okay, well, for men, the article suggests incorporating authentic materials like leather and sticking to earthy tones like black, brown, and green.
Okay.
It's about embracing that grounded, timeless style.
So think rugged sophistication with a touch of that natural earthy vibe.
Exactly. And for women, the article recommends flowing fabrics like silk and satin jewel tones, long skirts, and even head coverings.
Oh, wow. That's a very specific aesthetic.
Yeah.
I'm picturing a blend of elegance, mystery, and a hint of bohemian flair.
Yeah, that's a great way to capture it. And remember, it's not about following rigid rules, but rather expressing the essence of the wood snake year through your personal style.
It's about allowing that inner wisdom to shine through your wardrobe choices.
I love that.
I love it. And speaking of embracing the wood snake's energy, the article also explores the fascinating world of Chinese protective charms and amulets that are considered particularly beneficial during this year.
Oh, yes.
I've always been intrigued by amulets and their symbolism. Tell me more.
Okay, well, one of the most popular amulets mentioned in the article is the Pai Shu.
Okay.
It's a mythical creature believed to attract wealth and provide protection.
I think I've seen those. They're like little winged lions with these fierce expressions, right?
Yes, and they're often depicted with a wide-open mouth, which symbolizes their ability to devour negative energy and attract wealth.
So if you're looking for a little extra financial boost this year, the Pai Shu might be your new best friend.
It could be. The article also mentions the Bagua mirror, which is a powerful tool for deflecting negative energy.
I've seen those hanging above doorways. They're so striking.
They are. The 8 trigrams surrounding the mirror represent the 8 fundamental principles of the universe, and the mirror itself is believed to repel any negative energy directed towards it.
So it's like a protective energy shield for your home or workspace.
Yes, exactly. And for those seeking health and longevity, the article recommends the Wu Lu, which is a gourd-shaped amulet that's often depicted in Chinese art and symbolism.
I've always been drawn to the elegant shape of the Wulu.
They are beautiful, and they're believed to symbolize good health, a long life, and protection from illness.
Nice. So if you're looking to enhance your well-being this year, the Wulu might be a good amulet to explore.
Yeah, and finally, the article mentions the red string bracelet, which is a simple yet powerful amulet said to ward off bad luck and spiritual harm.
The red string bracelet? I've seen those worn by people from all walks of life.
They're very popular.
They seem to have a universal appeal.
They do. In Chinese culture, they're worn by people of all ages as a symbol of protection and good fortune.
Cool. So if you're looking for a little extra peace of mind this year, a red string bracelet might be a good option. I love that it's such a simple and accessible amulet.
It is. And the article really encourages researching any of these amulets that resonate with you and seeing if incorporating them into your life feels right.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
It's about personalizing these practices and finding what truly works for you. And it highlights the wealth of tools and resources available to help us navigate the energies of the wood snake year and tap into its transformative power.
It really does. Welcome back to our deep dive into the year of the wood snake.
I'm so glad you're back with us.
Yeah.
In part one, we explored, kind of the overall energy of the wood snake year, from symbolism and philosophy to, some practical tips. But now it's time to get even more specific and see how this energy might uniquely impact you based on your Chinese zodiac sign.
Yes.
So if you haven't already, grab your Chinese zodiac cheat sheet and let's unravel the mysteries of what the wood snake year holds for each sign.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's jump right in with the rat.
Okay.
As we discussed earlier, their intelligence and resourcefulness align beautifully with this year's energy.
Yeah, they do.
It's a time for rats to truly shine.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to their careers and finances.
Big year for the rats.
Rats get ready for some major power moves. But what should they be focusing on to really harness this energy?
Well, the article emphasizes long-term planning and strategic thinking for rats this year.
Okay.
So resist that urge to jump into things impulsively and instead adopt a more measured approach.
So it's about thinking ahead, playing the long game.
Yes.
Making those calculated moves that set you up for lasting success.
Exactly.
I like that.
It's also a fantastic year for rats to expand their network and build strong alliances with people who share their vision.
Networking is always important, but it sounds like it's especially crucial for rats this year.
It is. Those connections could open doors to amazing opportunities and help them reach new heights in their endeavors.
All right, rats, time to dust off those LinkedIn profiles.
Yes.
And start connecting.
Yep.
Now, what about the ox? They're known for their hard work and determination. How will the wood snake's energy impact them?
Well, for oxen this year is all about finding that balance between their natural stability and that need for flexibility. The wood element really encourages them to embrace change and be more open to new ways of doing things.
Okay. So instead of resisting change, oxen should channel that bendy tree we talked about earlier and be willing to go with the flow.
Exactly. This might require them to step outside of their comfort zone and try new things, but the rewards will be well worth it.
Growth often involves a bit of discomfort.
It does.
Oxen embrace the challenge and see where it leads you. Now, what about the tiger?
Oh, the tigers.
They're known for their boldness.
Yes.
And their tendency to leap before they look. How will they handle the year of the wood snake?
Well, the tiger's fiery energy might clash a bit with the snake's more cautious and strategic approach.
Okay.
So there could be a bit of a push and pull there.
Oh, well, that sounds like it could create some sparks.
It could.
Not necessarily bad sparks, though, right?
Exactly. It's not inherently negative.
Yeah.
The key for tigers this year is learning to harness their energy and channel it in a more focused and productive way.
Okay.
It's about finding that balance.
So instead of charging ahead blindly, tigers should take a moment to strategize.
Yeah.
And be more deliberate in their actions.
Exactly. Cultivating a bit more patience wouldn't hurt either.
Okay.
Remember, this is not a year for quick wins, but rather for steady progress and building something sustainable.
Tigers, take a deep breath.
Yes.
And remember, slow and steady wins the race.
There you go.
Now, what about the rabbit?
The rabbit.
They're known for their gentleness and diplomacy. How will they navigate the year of the wood snake?
Well, rabbits are actually in a great position this year.
Oh, good.
Their intuitive nature and ability to adapt to change align perfectly with the wood snake's energy.
So a pretty smooth sailing year for rabbits.
It has the potential to be.
Yeah.
However, it's still important for them to stay grounded.
Okay.
And avoid getting caught up in any drama that might swirl around them. Staying centered will be key.
Rabbits, trust your instincts, and you'll navigate this year beautifully. Speaking of navigating, let's talk about the dragon.
The dragons.
They love to be in the spotlight.
Oh, they do.
How will they fare in the year of the wood snake?
Well, dragons might find the wood snake's energy a bit stifling at times.
Oh.
They're used to grand gestures and being the center of attention.
Yeah.
But this year calls for a more understated approach.
Okay, so dragons It might be time to dial down the theatrics a bit
Maybe just a little bit.
and embrace a more strategic behind-the-scenes approach.
Exactly. This doesn't mean dimming their shine. It's more about channeling their energy in a focused and deliberate way.
Dragons think quality over quantity.
Yes.
Make those moves that truly count.
Yeah.
Now, what about the snake? It's their year.
It's their year.
So it's all smooth sailing, right?
You would think so.
Right.
Snakes are naturally in tune with the energy of their own year.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a year of deep introspection and transformation for them.
Oh.
It's not just about external success.
It's like they're being called to look inward and do some serious soul searching.
Exactly. And this can be a challenging but ultimately rewarding process.
Oh.
It's a time for snakes to shed old patterns and embrace their authenticity and step into their true power.
Snakes embrace the metamorphosis. This is your year to emerge as the most powerful version of yourself.
Yes.
Now let's move on to the horse. We mentioned earlier that they might find this year's energy a bit challenging. Why is that?
Well, horses are known for their love of freedom and their independent spirit.
Okay.
The wood snake's emphasis on patience and strategic planning might feel a bit restrictive to them at times.
Yeah. So horses might feel a bit like they're being held back or reined in this year.
It's possible, but it's important for them to remember that this is not about limiting their freedom.
Yeah.
It's about helping them channel their energy in a more focused and effective way.
Horses think of it as a temporary detour.
Yeah.
That will ultimately lead you to a more fulfilling destination. Trust the process.
Exactly. And if they can embrace this energy, they might be surprised by what they're able to accomplish.
Now, what about the goat? They're known for their creativity and gentle nature.
Uh-huh.
How will they be impacted by the wood snake's energy?
Well, goats are actually quite well suited to this year's energy.
Oh, good.
Their artistic sensibilities and intuitive nature will be enhanced.
Okay.
And they might find themselves drawn to spiritual practices or creative pursuits.
So a year for goats to really tap into their inner artist.
Yes.
And let their creativity flow.
Absolutely. It's also a wonderful time for them to nurture their relationships and connect with people who support their growth. Surround yourself with beauty and inspiration.
Love it. Now, what about the monkey?
The monkey.
They're known for their wit and adaptability.
Right.
How will they fare in the year of the wood snake?
Well, monkeys are naturally adaptable and resourceful, so they'll navigate this year's energy with relative ease. However, they might need to be mindful of their tendency to be mischievous or deceptive. Honesty and integrity will be key this year.
So monkeys keep it real this year. Authenticity will take you further than any clever tricks.
Exactly. It's also a fantastic time for monkeys to focus on personal growth and expanding their knowledge. This is your year to embrace lifelong learning.
Monkeys feed your curiosity and see where it leads you. Now, what about the rooster? They're known for their attention to detail and sharp eye for observation.
Yes.
How will the wood snake's energy impact them?
Well, roosters are actually quite compatible with the wood snake's energy.
Oh, good.
Their attention to detail and strategic thinking will be valuable assets this year.
So roosters, get ready to shine. Your organizational skills and keen instincts will be in high demand.
Exactly. It's also a good year for roosters to pursue their passions and express themselves creatively.
For roosters, let your talents shine. This is your year to make a statement. Now, what about the dog? They're known for their loyalty and sense of justice.
Yes, they are.
How will they navigate the year of the wood snake?
Well, dogs might find the wood snake's energy a bit challenging at times.
Okay.
You know, they're used to being straightforward and direct. But this year calls for a more nuanced approach.
So dogs, it might be time to brush up on those diplomacy skills.
Yeah.
And learn to read between the lines.
Exactly. It's also important for dogs to prioritize their own well-being this year.
Okay.
They have a tendency to put others first,
Yeah.
but they need to make sure they're taking care of themselves too.
Dogs, self-care is not selfish. Make sure you're filling your own cup so you can better serve others.
And finally, let's talk about the pig.
A pig.
They're known for their kindness and love of good living.
How will they fare in the year of the wood snake?
Well, pigs might find the wood snake's energy a bit overwhelming at times.
Okay.
You know, they're used to a more laid-back and enjoyable pace.
Yeah.
But this year might bring some unexpected challenges and
Right.
require them to be more adaptable than usual.
So, pigs, it's time to roll up your sleeves
Yes.
and get ready to work a little harder than usual.
Maybe just a little bit. But it's important for pigs to remember that they're resilient and resourceful. They'll be able to handle whatever comes their way as long as they stay positive and focus on the good things in their lives.
Pigs, stay optimistic. And remember, this too shall pass. And that wraps up our whirlwind tour of the Chinese zodiac and how each sign might experience the year of the wood snake. It's been quite a journey.
It has, but remember, these are just general guidelines.
Yeah.
The most important thing is to listen to your own intuition and do what feels right for you.
That's such an important reminder. Your own inner wisdom is the best guide, but we're not done yet. There's one more piece of the puzzle to explore.
That's right.
In part 3, we'll distill everything we've learned into the key takeaways for the wood snake year.
Okay.
No matter your zodiac sign, these insights can help you navigate this transformative time with grace and purpose. So stay tuned.
Wow. We've covered so much ground in this deep dive into the year of the wood snake.
We have. From ancient symbolism to practical tips for everyday living, we've really explored the energy of this year from every angle.
It's been fascinating to see how this energy plays out across, different cultures and even how it might uniquely impact each zodiac sign.
Absolutely. But now let's zoom out a little bit.
Yeah.
And look at the bigger picture.
Right.
What are the key takeaways for our listener?
Yeah.
No matter their zodiac sign,
Right.
What are the core principles of the wood snake year that everyone can benefit from?
That's a great question. I'm ready for the grand finale.
Oh, right.
The wisdom nuggets we can all take with us into this new year.
Well, if I had to distill it down, the article really highlights 3 core themes that are particularly relevant for everyone this year.
Okay.
Strategic thinking.
Inner transformation.
Okay.
And recognizing subtle signs.
Okay, let's unpack those. Strategic thinking makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about how this isn't a year for rash decisions or quick fixes. It's about taking that long-term approach, being patient, making those moves that will benefit you down the line.
Exactly. Instead of reacting impulsively this year, encourages you to pause, reflect, and really consider those long-term implications of your choices.
Right.
Whether it's your career, finances, relationships, or your own personal growth journey. A strategic mindset will serve you well.
That's a great reminder for all of us. Now, what about inner transformation?
Yeah.
How does that tie into the energy of the wood snake year?
Well, the snake is a creature that sheds its skin, symbolizing renewal and transformation. And this year invites you to do the same, to shed old beliefs, habits, and patterns that no longer serve you. It's a time for deep inner work.
So it's a time for some serious self-reflection. What needs to be released to make space for new growth and positive change?
Exactly. It's about identifying those aspects of yourself that are holding you back and finding the courage to let them go.
That can be a challenging process. But I guess that's where those spiritual practices we talked about earlier can be so helpful.
Absolutely. Meditation, visualization, spending time in nature, all of those things can really help you connect with your inner wisdom and navigate this process of transformation with more grace and ease.
It's about giving yourself the space and the tools to evolve and grow. Now, the third theme you mentioned was recognizing subtle signs. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, the wood snake operates with subtlety and hidden power. It doesn't roar, it whispers. This year, it's crucial to pay attention to those subtle signs, synchronicities, and intuitive nudges that are guiding you.
So it's about being more present, more mindful, more attuned to those whispers from the universe.
Right, exactly. The answers you seek are often right in front of you, but you need to quiet your mind and open your heart to receive them.
I love that. It's about cultivating that inner awareness and listening to the wisdom within this wood snake year is about so much more than just what's happening around us.
Yeah.
It's about that inner journey of transformation.
Beautifully put. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay, I'm all ears.
The wood snake reminds us that true transformation is not a destination, but a journey. It's a continuous process of growth, shedding, and renewal. And it's a journey best navigated with a blend of wisdom strategy and a deep connection to your own inner guidance.
That's so powerful. It's not about reaching some end goal,
Right.
but about embracing the ongoing process of becoming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I encourage you to approach this journey with curiosity, courage, and an open heart. You never know what amazing transformations await you on the other side.
This has been such an incredible deep dive into the year of the wood snake. So much wisdom and practical advice to help us all make the most of this transformative time.
It has been a pleasure exploring this with you.
And to our listener, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. We would love to hear your thoughts and experiences as you navigate this very unique year.
We would.
So feel free to share your insights with us on social media or on our website. And until next time, keep diving deep and keep exploring the fascinating world around you.